Welcome back to Rimshots with Sean, brought to you by Barstools and Bandtalk. I'm with Matt Whiteman. You know, it's Matt, it is kind of neat that we're doing this audio because we're doing it through Zoom, and I've got your name up there, so all I got to do is be able to pronounce it right, because sometimes it really sucks when you can't remember somebody's name. So download you day and time slot that you guys are playing if people are over there are looking for you.
Yeah, so we're going to be on the third stage called the Dogtooth stage, and we kick the day off at 11 a.m. So it's for the early risers from the previous night before. Come on down and get punched in the face and start this day off.
9 a.m. Or, sorry, 11 a.m.
11, yeah.
So are you guys going over a couple days early to kind of give yourself acclimatation to, the time change and that type of thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it's like 4 a.m. or something here, like my time that I would be playing. So definitely got to get acclimated there.
Well, and it's funny. I know you guys will have a good time, but a lot of people who haven't been in our business, I think sometimes music isn't looked at as a real thing because it looks fun. But people don't realize that it's a lot of work, man, especially if you're a traveling band. And singers have it tough because they get to deal with elements and climate changes. And what have you guys set your itinerary of what you're going to be doing? Are you going to try to take in the sites? Is it going to be an over and back? What's your plan?
Yeah, we're definitely going to spend some time there. I think we're going to try to fly in the week before. We've got the entire weekend for passes and stuff, so we're going to catch a bunch of acts before our day, so yeah. I'm excited about that. And then I think also there's some big acts in town before, Kiss and Queen, that we're gonna try to check out too. And of course, hit all the. My drummer is from the UK, so he's gonna take us to all the spots and stuff. Get some good fish and chips and get the pub experience and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to just a different culture. And they do call them chips. If you call them French fries, my friend, they're not going to like that. Oh, no.
Yeah. So there's an interesting question. I mean, you brought it up. How does a band from Wyoming score a drummer from the UK?
Yeah, networking,
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah, so part of that was my brother was out on Shiprock with Drowning Pool, and he met our drummer on that boat. So kind of just, you never know. The people you meet, they might be playing in your band. So,
well, I'll tell you an interesting story. So I have some guys that I've played in bands with up here. They coupled them in a Kiss tribute band. So they went out to one of the Kiss cruises, and actually they've gone to a few of them. Anyway, they were doing a show last summer, and a bunch of people showed up from all over the United States that they had met on the Kiss cruise network and decided they were going to come up and see them. And I just thought that was neat. It's look, I love Kiss, my favorite band. I don't know that I'd go to that ends to do it, but I mean, a great story of networking where they had a bunch of fans that actually came up and visited them.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's cool to have those kind of shows that are just that. That's the purpose of it. It's to bring for them, the Kiss cruise is to bring the best of the Kiss army into one place where they all just can lose their minds about their favorite band.
Well,
that's the cool thing about music. Everybody's in the room and they're all there they all have a shared purpose.
Well, and Kiss fans are rabid. I remember I was living in Toronto, and Paul Stanley did an 8-week run in. There was the theater version of Phantom of the Opera, and he did the lead part. Yeah. And opening night on the Toronto Sun newspaper, all the high rollers were horrified because people were standing in line up with Kiss makeup on to go in and watch this thing at the theater, right?
Going to the nice opera house,
right? Well, and I felt like saying hey man, it's a third album, Dressed to Kill. They were wearing suits and that and makeup. It was fine, so get over it, right? So, all joking aside, you know, so download's a little bit out, but what are your plans up to and then after that? Because I mean, you got this album out. You could sort of consider it a new album in the sense that you guys probably didn't get to push it as much as you did. What are your plans?
Like you said, you know, it still is a new album.
Yep.
But the plans, like leading up to download, we're going to do some regional stuff prior to that, like at the end of May. In terms of like everything after download, we are just trying to network at this point. You know, try to get on some of those American festivals like Aftershock and Rock on the Range, Incarnation, all of those. There's a rumor going around town that the Cheyenne Frontier Days might be putting us on there. So that, you know, we're hoping for that, because that was announced just a couple weeks ago that Five Finger Death Punch and Papa Roach are playing that. So that'd be really cool to be part of that.
It would, and you know, it's interesting because if you follow certain things, people are talking about how hard it is to tour right now. And really, it's you know, COVID's gone, but now people are, you know, to fill a bus up with diesel is a crazy amount of money, right?
Yeah.
So to see shows that are going out there, I mean, I think it's amazing. It says a lot about the bands and, you know, their optimism, I guess, of what the summer's going to be like.
Yeah, definitely. So, you know, it's just trying to get on some American festivals and then hopefully get a tour or two in support of another national. So that's, you know, groundwork's being laid right now, and nothing we can talk about. So
no, that's fair, and sometimes that's better, because when you talk about it, if it doesn't come true, not that I ever care about somebody going, oh, you look like, yeah, I'm not one to really get that concerned with, you know, what people think. However, it can be deflating internally for yourself and for those, I guess, in your circle.
Yeah. Definitely, you know, we don't want to draw some hype and then, you know, not be able to
absolutely
fulfill it.
Stupid question, but I'm going to ask it because when Dave sent me the info, I was like, okay, what a cool band name. I'm guessing there's a story behind it, and if there is, by all means, do tell. But I think it sets itself up pretty cool to, you know, conceptually what you guys are doing with the music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that it's kind of like Godsmack and Alice in Chains. Godsmack was a Alice in Chains song that Godsmack named their band up. So ours is Anti-Saint. It's a Chevelle song. Andrew and I are huge fans of Chevelle, and it also worked out that it wasn't copyrighted, so that was a win.
Right.
So yeah, it kind of fits like you said, what we're doing in our vision, and it's just a different brand. And you know, a lot of people are like, so what, are you like satanic or whatever? And no, like the way Anti-Saint to me is kind of defined is it just kind of means human. So it's got nothing to do with, like, you know, attacking religion or anything for us. It's just we try to be good people, and to have our band name that's kind of the whole message that we're setting up to send.
Well, and you know, it's interesting that you know, we're sitting there talking about this and talking about it's not satanic, and I was looking, not once or nowhere could I find any instance where Charlie Daniels had to basically have to explain himself for Devil Went Down to Georgia, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But a heavy band does it, and oh my gosh, here they go. They're gonna start burning Bibles, and I think it's just
right.
It's an argument that I don't even think holds water anymore.
No.
Well, sir, so we're coming to the end of this. I know you're a busy fella. You get some stuff on the go. Last question I have for you is, and you're going to send me some stuff so we can put together a nice reel, but where are my it'll be listeners in this case or viewers, but where are they going to find do you pronounce it Anti-Saint or Anti-Saint?
We pronounce it anti-saint.
Right on. I like that too.
I've heard it anti-saint before.
Well, and I mean, when you're Canadian, you always got to. We just like you guys in the States, our pronunciations can be a little bit different no matter where you move.
Yep.
But where do we find out about you fellas?
Yeah, we're on all the social platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Anti-Saint Band is the handle for all of those. We do have a website too. Let me get that for you. I believe it's just antisaintband.com. And yeah, Spotify, Apple Music, all the places that you can listen to music, we are on there too.
Well, I tell you, I want to thank you for doing this. It's kind of funny. It's the first time that I've actually done one of these where everything was done on text until we actually get to chat. It was great. I think it made for a little bit of spontaneity that maybe you normally get. So, sir, thanks very much. Best of luck. We're going to keep in touch. I will send this to you as soon as it's done.
Excellent. Looking forward to it.
And have a great day.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Peace.